Audiology. Wait, what? Yes, audiology, the study of hearing disorders. After researching audiology for a few days, I chose to research the question, does an audiologist with a master's degree interpret lexis intended for other medical professions as much as an audiologist with a doctorate's degree? After careful analysis, I found out a variety of factors are contributed to this question. I began my research by using databases on University of Central Florida's library website to find articles that related to my question. I compared the articles that I found to analyze the themes with them each to compare them with 3 different topics of my research. Article analysis. The 3 topics that were most mentioned in the articles I found were higher education, understanding malpractice, and employees' professional satisfaction. Higher education. Through personal investigation using websites, I discovered that audiologists must acquire a doctorate degree in most states. The term for a doctorate degree in audiology is known as an AUD. One of my article's authors, J.L. Northern, stated that the audiologist is the only expert who specializes in the ear. Because of this, audiologists are pressured to understand everything there is to know about the ear. Understanding malpractice. In another article, author B.A. Lang researched the malpractice cases in audiology and found that most common form of malpractice occurs between patients and audiologists. This means that audiologists must be aware of what they are saying at all times. Through a university website, I researched the courses required for audiologists pursuing an AUD and discovered that they must take at least 1 ethics course to graduate college. Employees' professional satisfaction. Lastly, a study conducted by Patricia Stracone and James Steger in 1997 led the 2 researchers to find that audiologists with a master's degree are more satisfied with their jobs when compared to audiologists with an AUD degree. The study did not go into detail about the reason behind this. This is the gap that I would like to find in my research. Mrs. Anna Lee Johnson is a highly qualified audiologist with a master's degree. She received her master's in 1989 and began working in the medical field in 1980. She works at All Children's Hospital and interacts with other health professionals on a daily basis. Mrs. Anna Lee Johnson and I met for an interview via Facebook about a month ago. Johnson and I discussed the law that requires audiologists to obtain an AUD in most states, the conversation between different health professions in the workplace, Johnson's decision not to pursue an AUD since she received her master's already, and her opinion on employee satisfaction. When I asked Johnson about the law requiring an AUD, she told me that the law was passed in 2007. Anyone who graduated after 2007 must have an AUD, but prior to it is not required. Most audiologists with a master's degree have enough experience in the field that they would not need to go back to school because of their experience in the field. That has helped them a lot. Johnson interacts daily with speech pathologists, otolaryngologists, and pediatricians. Conversations between different health professions. Johnson feels that there is no limit between the conversation because she has interacted with other health professions since the 1990s through working in hospitals. Most of her colleagues with master's degree have also been interacting for years, so the nexus between the medical profession and audiologists is well known and acknowledged. I asked Ms. Johnson why she did not pursue an AUD, and her response was that she had been in the profession for years before an AUD was even accessible. Some colleagues that sought enrollment in 2003 ended up having no increase in salary or recognition. Because of that lack of opportunity, she did not feel that it would benefit her. As I stated earlier, audiologists with a master's degree were recorded as having been more satisfied with their work. Johnson said audiologists with a master's degree have typically been working longer. This means that master's degree audiologists are more confident on what they are going to do with their practice. She also voiced that other medical professions see AUD audiologists as new, so they are paid less entry salary and treated with less respect. Audiology and technology. Technology in audiology is advancing at a very high rate. Hearing aids called cochlear implants are being modified at all times to suit the patients that need them. Audiologists use mapping for cochlear implants and to assist patients in comforting the sounds around them. Keeping up with technology in audiology is essential to their understanding of the lexis. So, what does this all mean? Audiologists with a master's degree do interpret the lexis as much as audiologists with an AUD. After interviewing Anna Lee Johnson, I have learned much more information on the field, and I have found the answer to my research question. Audiology is a fast-growing profession, so new research will arise from it soon. Audiology has gone through a transition in degree requirements. Before, from a bachelor's degree to a master's degree. Johnson said that the requirements for the benefit of the profession itself because it helps with the advancement of the profession as a whole. Research is a valuable part of my profession, and there will always be more to find.
Created using Powtoon.